Welcome, everyone. Today, we're thrilled to bring an exclusive look at one of the most anticipated health announcements of the year, the 2025 Best Diets Rankings by US News and World Report. Before we begin, hit subscribe, tap the bell for updates, and stick around. This conversation could be the spark that ignites your journey. Joining us is the brilliant Shanley Shane, Senior Health Editor at US News. She's here to reveal the best diet for 2025 and share key insights shaping the future of healthy living. I'm Wanda Malhotra, lifestyle journalist and CEO of Crunchy Mama Box, your go to platform for conscious and sustainable living. This interview is part of a special collaboration with Authority Magazine, a publication that dives deep into the stories that really matter. Shanley has a remarkable gift for making complex topics accessible and engaging. She's an award winning writer with a master's degree from Northwestern University and a passion for uncovering the human stories behind the science. Shanley's work has inspired countless readers to take charge of their well being. So, what's the best diet for 2025 and what makes it stand out? Stay tuned as we uncover the answers with Shanley's expert insights. So, let's dive in. Thank you so much for joining us again, Shanley.
Happy to be here and thank you for having me, Wanda.
Of course. Could you share a bit about your backstory, a memorable career story with key lessons, and any updates from 2024?
Absolutely. Well, you've already captured my background beautifully. So thank you so much for that introduction. As you mentioned, I am a health and science journalist with a huge passion for all things health and wellness. And so it's been a huge pleasure for me to cover the US News Best Diets and to be here talking with you about our best diet of 2025. One of the key highlights of my career, oh gosh, that is a great question. Honestly, I think it has been the opportunity to report out of the OR when I was a reporter at the Texas Medical Center in Houston, Texas. You know, a lot of times I got to go into the operating room with surgeons and see how the magic is done behind the curtain there. But also working with a lot of patients and telling their story about cancer survival and their journey through everything. So for me, it's a lot of the highlights really involves patient stories.
That is so cool. Wow, working directly from the OR. I
But
love
not as a doctor, not as a surgeon. Don't worry. They're not giving me a scalpel.
Oh my gosh, no, no, just reporting.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that. What an amazing experience. So this year, the rankings shifted to a rating system. How
Yes.
does this approach better address individual needs?
Absolutely. So US News Best Diets has been doing rankings for about 15 years now. And this year, as you had mentioned, we're switching to a rating system using that five star scale. And what this does is that it gives people more of a detailed view of how certain diets, how all the diets stack up against each other. So we partnered with Harris Poll again to survey 69 expert panelists, including medical doctors, registered dietitians, epidemiologists, and researchers, to evaluate each diet in each category. And after that, they assign each diet a score, a numerical score. As a result, people can actually see in much more granular detail the statistical differences and nuances between diets. And that's all to say they can actually discern what has a score of 4.8 versus a 3.7. And so the beauty of a rating system is that people can actually see in better detail the intensity of how well a diet performs in each category.
Oh, that is incredible. You go a little deeper now with the rating.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So, for example, our best diets overall winners are the Mediterranean diet, the DASH diet, flexitarian diet, and the Mind diet. And the Mediterranean diet, which is our highest rated diet, got a score of 4.8. And the Mind diet, which is got the fourth place, it got a score of 4.4. And what that tells us is that there's really not that much statistical differences between each of those diets because all of our experts rated them very well. On the other hand, we have best diets for, say, fatty liver. And the top rated diet is the Mediterranean diet, which got a score of 4.5, followed by the flexitarian diet, but it got a larger drop off of 3.7. So, again, that rating system is really going to show you how well a number one diet performs versus the second place diet.
Wow, amazing. So the best diet for 2025
Yeah.
is again the Mediterranean diet. So what
Surprise.
surprise! Third year in a row, right?
Gosh, it has been, I
Or
want to
more.
say 8 years in a
8 years.
row that it is the top. Well, for this year, since we're doing rating systems, it's the top rated diet for the first year in a row. But when, historically, it has been the number one diet for 8 years.
I love it. So what makes it stand out like so much in this year and all the prior years?
Yeah, yeah. Well, first of all, for the people who aren't familiar with the Mediterranean diet, I feel like we talk about the Mediterranean diet a lot, but for those who aren't familiar, it's an eating style that's inspired by the cuisines of the Mediterranean countries. So Greece, Italy, Spain, and for somebody who lives in Houston, it's always nice to daydream that I'm in those places when I'm following a Mediterranean diet. But it's more of a lifestyle than a diet per se because it focuses on whole grains, fruits, vegetables, beans, lean proteins, and healthy fats, things like that, while minimizing ultra processed foods, saturated fats, and sodium and added sugar that is so, so common in the standard American diet. And the reason our experts love the Mediterranean diet is because it is flexible. There's no rigid rule to remember. Um, it's not a commercial diet where people have to subscribe to, a membership plan or anything like that. It's versatile and adaptable. So really various cultures like the Asian culture or Latin American cuisines can really adapt to a Mediterranean style diet. But most of all, and I think this is one of the most incredible things about the Mediterranean diet is that it is actually one of the most well-researched diets out there. It's scientifically proven to have many health benefits, not several, many health benefits, including but not limited to reducing the risk of heart disease, depression, and diabetes.
Oh my goodness, that is so complete. It's everything that we need
Yeah.
to have a well-balanced diet, and the probiotics and the prebiotics,
Yeah.
yogurt and the vegetables. I absolutely love that. So it continues to dominate across multiple categories, right? Including the gut
Yes.
health, the mental health, the overall well-being, the growing use of weight loss medications. How are traditional diets adapting?
Absolutely. And I think this is a fascinating question because we really have, in the past few years, entered this new era of weight loss with the introduction of Ozempic as an anti obesity drug, or rather, the popularity of Ozempic as an anti obesity drug. And now we're seeing so many other weight loss drugs hit the market with growing popularity. But just because we have so many options available for weight loss drugs, that doesn't necessarily mean that we can stop eating healthy. It doesn't mean that we ignore healthy eating habits. Just because you start taking a weight loss drug, it is absolutely important for the longevity, the sustainability, and the overall health of an individual to incorporate healthy eating habits throughout. I know a lot of people are looking towards these weight loss drugs as a magic or a silver bullet to magically help them lose all of this weight. But at the end of the day, people still need to practice healthy eating habits because that's really what's going to help them lose the weight and keep it off.
That is so true and interesting what you're saying, because a lot of people think, okay, I'm going to take Ozempic, and instead of eating a box of donuts, I'm going to eat one donut. But that donut has sugar and carbs, and there's no other nutrient to that food. I mean, treat, or I don't
Yeah,
really call it a food, but when you're when
that
you're
edible
eating
item.
the edible item, right? So if you're taking Ozempic, and okay, it will help you, you eat less, but
Yeah.
will it help you stay healthier? Not if
Right.
you don't eat the right foods, right?
Exactly, exactly. And you're absolutely right. These weight loss drugs are curbing people's appetites, but you still have to eat. And what you eat is going to make a huge, huge impact on your overall health. But as you know, we'll get to eventually, is that we're also seeing that what you put into your bodies has a huge impact on all of these other aspects of your health, including your heart health, your gut health, your brain health. All of these things are so connected to your diet. So even though you are taking these weight loss drugs and it's helping you lose the weight, again, at the end of the day, it's so important for people to still eat healthy. That is absolutely going to be a key factor in the sustainability of your weight loss journey.
That's so true. You said it all. It's all about being healthy holistically, not just
Holistically.
shedding weight, right?
Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So the 2025 edition introduces new categories like best diets for mental health and menopause. What do these editions tell us about evolving health priorities?
Absolutely. There is a growing body of research that shows that nutrition and our diet plays an integral role in our health beyond just helping us lose weight. Yes, we know that eating too much eating too much leads to obesity, but so much research now is coming out that is showing exactly what we eat, you know, the fruits, the vegetables, the whole grains, the lean proteins, versus the red meats, the saturated fats, the processed foods, all of those foods, all of those items that we put into our bodies is actually affecting our health in more ways than we initially realized. And that's really why we expanded our categories to include things like mental health and menopause.
Yes, it goes beyond just losing weight. I keep repeating that because I think it's important.
And so that's why I'm very excited that US News is adding or has added this new category of best diets for mental health because we are now understanding and appreciating that, yes, diet contributes to the development of many chronic conditions, including obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. But it's also affecting our brain as well. It's affecting our mental health, our moods. And a lot of that is because of the foods that we eat are either inflammatory or anti-inflammatory, and researchers, more and more researchers are seeing that inflammation plays such a key role here in our mental health and the development of several psychiatric disorders.
When looking to make a change, what's your best advice for using these ratings to find the right fit for them?
Yeah, there is certainly no one size fits all diet out there. Everyone has different needs, goals, and preferences. Is that the fact that people may think that, oh, if I go on this one diet, I'm going to magically lose all the weight. That's not the case for everybody. It has to be a tailored approach to individual's individual's needs. And so one person might be looking for to lose weight while another person might want to boost their mood and improve their mental health. You know, the fact is everyone is different. Everybody's bodies and metabolism are different. So that's why, our diet ratings serve as a starting point for people to learn more about the different types of diets out there and to really help them separate fact from fiction. But also, new this year is we've introduced a diet quiz to help people find the best diet for them just by filling out a few questions. But of course, it's always important to consult with your healthcare professional before starting a new diet.
I love the quiz. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
we're
want to take
very excited
the
about
quiz.
that. Yes,
That's
and so people can go to our website, usnews.com/, best diets to look at all of our different diet profiles as well as to take that quiz to, again, help them find the best diet for them.
I love that. So you go to US News. That was my next question. Where can our audience follow your work and stay informed about the latest in health and wellness reporting? So usnews.com and take the quiz.
Yes, it's usnews.com/, best diets. And they will be able to view all of our diet profiles, learn more about each approach, as well as to take our diet quiz.
Thank you so much, Shanley, for shedding light on the 2025 best diets and for your commitment to empowering individuals to make informed choices. I absolutely love talking to you every year that we have this conversation about the diets. You bring in so much valuable information to our readers. Thank you.
Thank you, Wanda. It's always a pleasure chatting with you too.
Thank you. To everyone watching, let's embrace the journey to better health, one intentional choice at a time.